Hello everyone. So there are two key concepts in Hermes. Most people don't make the distinction. So, in Hermes, there's a concept called profits. And when we create profits in Hermes, it's like being on a computer, for example, on Windows and creating multiple users. So each one will have their own workspace, their own memory. This concept is very important because it's exactly what we need when we want to create a company with Hermes. We're going to have employees. Sometimes we find that we need various distinct departments that have to collaborate and work simultaneously in parallel with one another. So for this reason, we'll carefully examine and analyze the fundamental differences between a profit center and what we specifically call sub-agents, because within the structure of a profit center, I can easily create multiple sub-agents to manage tasks. And this too is a very, very important concept, sub-agents. This actually allows me to delegate tasks within a single profit. So these are different concepts. It was really necessary to understand them. We're going to try a little demonstration. We'll go step by step to understand the definitions. And as always, I'm giving you a little documentation where you'll find all the prompts I'm going to use in this video. Stay until the end. There's a surprise waiting for you. Quickly to start. So generally, I often get asked this question in the comments. I always try to explain it, especially for people who are watching my video for the first time. If you've been around for a while, if you already have Hermes installed and you've been following me on YouTube for a long time, you can skip ahead a bit in the video. But if this is your first time watching the video, then I'd like to introduce this interface. So here, I'm actually using Hermes with a web interface. So it's not the classic Hermes that we know. So here is Hermes. This is the Hermes Agent. I'm actually using the Hermes web UI. This is an interface that includes the classic Hermes, but on top of that, it adds other features to make Hermes very useful and very easy to use. So for all beginners, I recommend this version. It's the most stable version today, the simplest one where I can really manage the tools and actually install the skills. It's easier than working with the classic Hermes. I've been using it for several months and of course it's installed on my server and it's simple. I'll leave you the link. If you want to get the Hermes web UI, you can get it directly from Hostinger. They offer you several plans. For example, you can choose this plan. Then, of course, you can actually use the coupon that was posted on Hostinger's blog for discounts. So here, you first need to log out if you already have an account on Hostinger, because it's only for people who are creating their first server with Hostinger. So to get around this, you simply need to log out. Here, you enter Go Hermes like this. You click on Apply and that's it. So you get the discount and you click on continue to actually confirm the server and you then have 30 days to test it. So it's simple. Once you're inside, you'll immediately see this interface and this is where I can simply add the different pieces of information. First thing to do now, I'm going to explain to you the definition of these three files and I'm simply going to inject prompts directly into my Hermes to see a bit how it will react. And you'll see it really makes a huge difference between Hermes without these files defined and Hermes when you provide it with the information. Hermes' performance really reaches its maximum. So, what is the definition of a profile on Hermes? Well, the concept is simple. It's a completely isolated environment. That means when I create agents, it's as if I have several different configuration files, several different memories, several different styles. And when I switch profiles, it's like I'm changing computers. It's as if I'm using another Hermes. And you'll see here in the discussions, you can see here, I have a default profile. But if I click here, I can switch between profiles. And when I click, there you go, I can add my profile. So the question is, why would we need several profiles? It's exactly the same concept as in a company. We need several people, and each one is specialized in a specific task. That means I can create an accountant, I can create a developer, I can create a designer, I can create someone who handles, say, strategy, and each one works in a separate environment. And sometimes, for example, as a trainer, I work with companies and I automate tasks for those companies. So, as a result, I create profiles for each company separately. And this is actually where we can really bring in Hermes to make it a very powerful tool, because within the profile, I can create sub-agents. That means that in accounting, I can also create several people who will handle different tasks. And it's thanks to this that I can have a complete system that can really function very efficiently. So now I'm going to show you the sub-agent section to help you understand a bit of the difference and how we can switch between these two methods. Now let's talk about task delegation. So the technique that Hermes uses is that it has the ability to create sub-agents. And it's as if they are like children, you see, who have their own context, their own terminal, their own environment, and they simply run in parallel. Because sometimes it happens that we have tasks that actually require several agents to execute them. Because if I give the main Hermes agent the task, Hermes is sequential, that means it has to finish one task before moving on to another. The idea today is that we're going to create several sub-agents and then let Hermes orchestrate those agents. So as a result, we have something very important. First, isolation. That's really the strength of Hermes, actually. Because a sub-agent that starts working actually has its own history to work with. It will use the necessary tools, and as a result, it will be focused and concentrated on its task. And then actually there will be orchestration that, let's say, merges all the results and handles synchronization. Because these are tasks that will be executed in parallel, and of course I can limit how many sub-agents should be created for a specific task. So I'd actually like to take a very simple example. Here, I've included it in the documentation. We're actually going to delegate 3 sub-agents in parallel. Each one has its own context. So for example, the topic will be preparing a YouTube video on automating artificial intelligence for businesses. So as a result, we'll have a first agent. This one, in fact, will have the task of finding 3 trends. This one will actually identify the content angles that work for the topic, meaning the format, the promise, the hook. And a third one, its task will be to list 10 very important keywords that businesses would type in to search for videos on YouTube. So that's basically the project. So what we're going to do is simply copy this. We're going to go here to our Hermes and I'll start the process. You'll see that it's simply going to execute this. You'll see that it's going to delegate the 3 tasks and create the 3 sub-agents. They'll work in parallel and then they'll actually give me a final answer, which will be synthesized so I can see the summary. So there you go. So now it's been dispatched, and that's what's really important. They're working right now. So each of these tasks is running separately. Look here, it's still actually running. So you see here, I can already see the 3 children. They call them children like that. And that's very important because each one will work separately. And there you go. So I have the result. So here it actually gave me the 3, let's say, tasks. Here, the trends. Here I have the examples, you see, of the angles I can work on. And of course, it will give me the keywords, the optimized keywords. So as a result, we have this outcome where 3 agents perform tasks separately. And that's the concept of sub-agents in Hermes.